Whether or not we realize it, we actually have our own very unique grocery shopping styles. Yes, different methods of which we have adapted to decide to go grocery shopping. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel. Save Money More with Jan channel. Let's talk today about grocery shopping style. I bet you never thought much about that. Back in the really olden days, let's say back in the 1930s and the 1940s, when there really wasn't much in the way of automated refrigeration uniquely at home, like all the time. Like there were ice boxes, yeah, but not like electrified refrigeration. That came on more or less a little later than that. So back then, people were forced into a different kind of a grocery shopping style. For example, people would go daily to pick up meats, buy meats, and go right home with them because of the refrigeration methods. And they didn't really necessarily have the ability to put away meat and freeze it for a few weeks, not like the way we could do things today, put things away in the freezer for beyond weeks, but actually months. So let's talk about the current state of affairs with grocery shopping method. Now, that might have carried over. You might have seen your mom or dad or both go grocery shopping way more frequently when you were a kid. Think about that for a second. But has that carried over into your own life? Do you still, or are you still, an in person shopper that goes very frequently a few times a week as ever you feel like doing it? Is that your style? Remember, there's no right or wrong answer here. Just curious about style. Um, or have your shopping habits changed drastically over time? And are you currently an online shopper that shops online for your groceries? Would you say over 50% of the time during the month? So, are you an online grocery store shopper over 50% of the time each month and you have your stuff delivered to you, for example? All right. Or are you the type of person that does grocery shopping this way? You make a list and you shop the sale items only. You only shop the sales items only. You make a list and shop the sales. All right. Or are you different than that? And do you plan your meals ahead of time and you're really not focusing your attention on the sale items in the circular? That's interesting. This is interesting. Now, I have another question. I never heard of this because I get so busy doing other things, but I have never heard of this method of shopping up until literally about 48 hours before I'm recording this. I have never heard of this method. It comes from someone on another platform, and it's called, I believe, I hope I'm saying it right, the 5-4-3-2-1 shopping method. The what? The 5-4-3-2-1 shopping method. I said, what on earth is that? But basically, the 5-4-3-2-1 shopping method is a grocery shopping technique. Okay. And what it basically does, it involves buying a set number of items from each food group. Okay. Basically, like a person, for example, this is an example of how this framework is set up. For example, a person could say, I want to do the 5-4-3-2-1 method of shopping. And what do? They'll buy five different veggies. Okay. So the emphasis there's five different veggies, buy four different fruits, buy three different proteins, buy two different sauces like sauces, like sauce, two different sauces or spreads. I guess that would mean like peanut butter or cream cheese spread, I guess. And then finally, number one, a grain or a special treat. Notice how the grain or the special treat is just limited to one. Interesting. That is interesting. Then there's another rule of similar in the methodology. There's also the rule of three. For example, a person could get three vegetables, three fruits, and three proteins, and include two or three snack foods. Has anybody out there listening to these methods, have you tried that? If so, let us know in the comment section below. Do you find that that's a part of an act of simplicity? Now, don't get me wrong. I personally have zero problem with simplicity. Anything with simplicity works. I would imagine, okay, like for your extended grocery stockpile, which includes stuff in cans, okay, this kind of method makes a ton of sense. Let's go back to like where it starts off with 5 cans of vegetables. For example, if you're beginning a stockpile or you're continuing onward, it doesn't hurt the idea of, okay, well, everybody has to begin with something somewhere. So let's say they start with the 5 cans of veggies. Okay, this week I'm only going to buy the 5 cans of vegetables this stockpile week. Okay. Then the next haul, I'm going to go for the 4 cans of different kinds of fruits. I'm just thinking in terms of like metal cans at the moment. All right. Because I'm thinking of extended stockpile. And a lot of times this is where people get a little baffled. Where do I begin? Blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking, with this really amazing idea, bless the person who came up with that. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method could apply it to when you're trying to fill up your long-term pantry. So 5 cans of vegetable, one haul. 4 cans of fruit, next haul. 3 different types of protein. Well, I would say on that one, for example, a can of tuna fish, a can of, let's say, chicken, and a can of, let's say, maybe some spam or something to that effect, beef/pork type thing. That does make absolutely a ton of sense. That's very, very interesting. And then there's that other method that I went through last of all, which is the rule of three, getting three of everything. Maybe you might like that as a stockpiling method. The three veggies, the three fruits, the three grains, and the three proteins. And last but not least would be two. I don't know why on the last one, it sort of varies down to 2-3 snack foods. If you're going to be the rule of three, may as well, in my mind's eye, leave it to three, all of it three. This is a great approach to when you're trying to line up your stockpiling for the long term. I like that. But anyway, let's get back to talking about grocery store shopping style. I would say, in my case, I would say beyond 50% of online shopping would be for me. I was one of those online shoppers when it wasn't even fashionable. I'm talking about in the pioneer days, 20 something years ago. So, like, when it was just, like, coming out, I said, "Oh, let's try this just for the fun of it," and it worked out. Um, in between that, it's awfully nice to get stuff in person, to pick and choose, to see. Every once in a while, you wanna, do that connecting. So then I would say I would fall into that category. But I do prefer to shop the sales. I'm not gonna meal plan first. I'm not gonna meal plan first. I like to shop around the sales. So that's my style. There is no right, there is no wrong answer. That's why I'm just curious to know, what is your grocery store shopping style? Don't forget to let all of us know this where in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to click like. Click like is so important. Click like, share, and of course, subscribe. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.